according to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. Understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Everybody ain't with all that peace talk, everybody ain't with all that. Everybody gonna be boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. About to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the one with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Right back at you again. Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Hoom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hoom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Hoom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Hoom Yasha. All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Gathered on streets and corners, all is feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us, watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists, teach girls and kids devoutness. Call them prophetess, a priest damn near nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue, loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Try to catch the slang, rewind what we rapping slang. Lost in parables, your scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha, the prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Boom Yasha. And all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha. And all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments, God of the Bible. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha. And all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha. Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Boom Yasha. And all the warriors be like, Boom Yasha.
Time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. A minute, yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General, your honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin' my nigga. We be flash fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and close caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The command is the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shah Rakatham, Yahweh Shema Thumb, Shem Yahweh Shah. Preaching also, I'm a Walker Bar, Tuesday night brotherhood class, ISUPK, under Commander Johanna since 1969. We've been teaching the truth that Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians is the chosen people of God, and the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. Tonight's class, what we're gonna talk about is how smoking weed is a sin. You know, we're gonna talk about how smoking weed is a sin because a lot of people, you know, think weed is not a sin, and they think weed is not a sin and weed is not a big deal because the white man say so. It's that simple. There's no math, there's no science to it. The reason why people thinking smoking weed is okay is because the white man said you could. The white man said you could smoke cigarettes, but even on the back of the cigarettes, it say you're gonna catch cancer. You're gonna catch cancer. When you put stuff in your body that's irregular, that's what happens. You put stuff in your body that's irregular, you're gonna get cancer. Stuff that's not supposed to go in your body don't know how to deal with that stuff. Your metabolism, your immune system only can fight so much to where these different stuff inside of your body is gonna turn into cancer. Like real talk. So yeah, we're gonna read this article real quick, and then we're gonna jump into the scriptures. All right, I'm gonna read this article right quick. It say Trump say he'll make a decision on reclassifying marijuana in the coming weeks. Right, that's why I say it's up to the white man. Your whole life is based off what the white man tell you. You feel me? You do what the white man tell you to do. But the funny thing about doing what the white man say, we not talking about staying out of jail or staying healthy. You feel me? Of course you want to stay out of jail and you want to stay healthy. When we say you doing everything the white man tell you to do, we talking about the bad stuff. The white man said pork is the other meat. You feel me? You is not supposed to eat pork. That stuff causes cancer. You're not supposed to be smoking. The white man say you could smoke as long as you over 18. You could buy tobacco. You're not supposed to be smoking. That stuff causes cancer. Like real talk. But like we say, whatever the white man tell you to do, you do it. And you die. And you suffer from it. Like real talk. So yeah, Trump said you can smoke weed. Biden said you can smoke weed. They selling it in the dispensary. And you going to go spend your money on it. President Trump said Monday his administration was looking at reclassification of marijuana and intends to make a decision in the upcoming weeks. It's a very complicated subject base. He said during a press briefing, I've heard great things having to do with medical and bad things having to do just about everything else. That's a fact because people is not using the damn weed for the medical use because it does have a medical use. Guess what else got a medical use? Opioids. But you ain't supposed to be adding the baking soda and all the other stuff to it to turn it into crack. You feel me? Methamphetamine, they use that for pain, but they done turned that shit into heroin, and now they sticking themselves with a needle to get high. So all these drugs have medical uses, but the bad is outweighing the good. Real talk, because everybody is poor and stressed out, so everybody just want to get high and forget their poverty and their pain. And that's the real thing. You feel me? Like you self-medicating, you addicted. You're high now. You feel me? Like when they give you pain medication, and when you keep taking that pain medication, when the pain is over, you're addicted. And now you're a drug addict. Whether you like it or not. I don't care how cool it looks to smoke weed, even though it don't. It looks gay. Any man holding anything to his lips is look gay. Like real talk. But I don't care how cool it look to people rolling up a fat ass blunt. I'm telling you, you a drug addict. Like real talk. It's very complicated, subject based. He said, "Oh, I already read that. It's a lot." He comments. His comments come after a Friday Wall Street Journal report indicated Trump was considering reclassifying a drug as less dangerous. Right? It says less dangerous. Right? Less dangerous. Bungee jumping is less dangerous too until that motherfucker cord snap. No, skydiving is not dangerous until you sky and then the parachute don't open. You know, it's a lot of stuff that you can classify as less dangerous until it's dangerous. You know, you see all the roller coasters. People ain't been wanting to go to the roller coaster, the theme parks no more because a lot of the rides been malfunctioning because they say it's not dangerous until it is. Like real talk. The move, which the Biden administration considered but did not ultimately enact, is controversial among some in Trump's base. Charlie Kirk, an ally of the president, conservative activist, and founder of Turning Point USA, said he hopes this doesn't happen. Right. That's why I say you opening up a can of worms. You feel me? You think the people high right now, let them reclassify this to less dangerous. And then I'm just saying, you're going down a dark rabbit hole. I'm telling you, you're going to have little 14-year-old kids out here getting high. 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds out here getting high. Let them reclassify it if they want. I'm telling you, this Babylon the Great. You know, this place needs to be destroyed, like real talk. We need to protect public spaces for kids. See? Look, I ain't even read this article yet. No, I ain't, and I'm not lying. But I knew that's what they was going with that, talking about some, they hope this don't happen. Because the kids is going to be now susceptible to all this damn weed smoke. And what they going to want to do? They going to want to get high. And the kids going to want to get high. Like real talk. And you got little 12-year-olds running around smoking weed. They already doing it already. But I'm just saying it's going to make it more normal. You know? It's going to make it more normal. Same way Obama did with the gay people. Obama made that shit normal. You feel me? Like they destroying the youth. These presidents y'all keep voting for is destroying the youth. They're destroying our generations, like real talk. Only thing about it is it's gonna fall on them. Just like the war on drugs with the crack. They thought it was all gonna be black people smoking crack. Then the white people started smoking that crack, and now they the biggest damn opioid addicts. And now they gotta open opioid clinics for the white people, and they suing pharmaceutical companies and all kind of stuff. All the stuff will always fall back on them, but they're gonna try to destroy us. Like real talk. Everything already smells like weed, which is ridiculous. Let's make it harder to ruin public spaces, not easier. Trump did not indicate at the briefing whether he intends to reclassify the drug, just that his administration would consider it. Reclassifying marijuana as a Schedule III drug will reduce penalties without making it fully legal. Right. That's just like they're gonna make it like a cigarette. That's what they're doing. They trying to make weed to where it's almost like a cigarette. You know, and they used to smoke cigarettes on planes. You know, boats, all that stuff. Public transportation, taxi cabs. Back in the taxi cabs, they used to have a damn ashtray right next to the armrest. Like real talk. So they trying to make weed on the level of a goddamn cigarette. Ahead of 2024 elections, Trump said he would vote yes on a Florida amendment that would legalize marijuana throughout the state. Florida voters did not approve the amendment. Look, he lied today. Look, he lied, told him he was going to approve it. They ain't do nothing. As I have previously stated, I believe it is time to end needless arrest and incarceration of adults for small amounts of marijuana for personal use, he wrote on Truth Social. We must also implement smart regulations while providing access for adults to safe, tested product. In the post, he indicated he would look into the medical uses of marijuana and the benefits of reducing its classification to a Schedule III drug. Right, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? Like real talk. They want to turn this to a Schedule III drug. They want to put this on a level of like a cigarette. I'm telling you. You go in the store and just buy some tobacco. You could just walk in the gas station, buy you a pre-roll. It's Babylon the Great. Like real talk. But a lot of people don't believe smoking is a sin. They think smoking weed and marijuana is something that just started. So if I could, we're gonna go to Jeremiah 20:14. And then we'll just show you in the Bible how smoking weed is unlawful. You know, you probably think it's not because it ain't a scripture that say, thou shalt not smoke weed. As if it was a scripture that said, thou shalt not smoke weed, you would fucking listen to it. Like I'm just keeping it real. Like, our people is so destroyed. You telling me if it was a scripture that said, thou shalt not smoke weed, you would not smoke weed? The Bible say don't have sex with another man's woman. You for sure doing that every night after the club. The Bible say thou shalt not kill. You sure got a lot of bodies. What the young niggas say, how many hats you got? You feel me? The Bible say thou shalt not do a lot of stuff that you do. So I think if it did say thou shalt not smoke marijuana or that ISUPK, I think you probably still would do it. Like real talk. But we'll just do it anyway. Just break it down. Real talk. So this Jeremiah 20:14. And it say, cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed. Right. Because what happened with Jeremiah, this was during the time we was in slavery in Babylon. You know, Babylon took us into captivity. You feel me? Just like we in captivity in America. And what he was seeing is the same thing you see right now. Poverty, can't keep a job, families broken up, all the women whores, everybody doing anything for a little piece of change or something strange for a piece of change. What they saying next Friday, fuck for $1. You feel me? Like real talk. It was a lot of strange stuff happening. And Jeremiah is seeing it, and he said, cursed be the day I was born, because of what he's seeing. You know? Like a lot of us was born into, we was born into drug addict families. You know, was crack babies, and you know, was born with alcoholism because the mothers was drinking while they was pregnant. You feel me? Like this is us all over again. You feel me? And if you wonder why black people do so many drugs and why it look like we do so many drugs, it's because of the poverty. It's because of the situations we're born in. You know, weed and cocaine, none of that stuff is that good. But it is good when you're born into poverty-stricken neighborhoods and families, broken homes. You don't know how you're gonna eat. You don't. It's driving you insane. And to cope with the trauma, all you could do is get high. Like real talk. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man child is born unto thee, making him very glad. Right? He's saying, Jeremiah saying, like this like looking at the trap. It's like being born in the trap house. Or if you ever seen crack in the 80s or whatever. If you ever was around with crack in the 80s or the heroin epidemic, or you ever just been around a lot of junkies. Like where I'm from, in my neighborhood back home, we had something called a graveyard. And it wasn't a graveyard. It was actually just like an abandoned lot that we used to walk through to get to the busy street. But we called it the graveyard because that's what it looked like. You know, it was nothing but drug addicts in there, you know, fixing on cars, fixing on bikes, trying to make them a little money so they could get high. You feel me? So like seeing stuff like that, you feel me? It'll halfway make you wish you was never born. But with that type of psychological damage, what's that's going to do to you? You're going to not be the drug addict. You're going to be the new drug addicts. You know, you're going to be the new weed heads, the coke heads. You feel me? Like real talk. And that's what Jeremiah say, man. Cursed be the man that brought my father the good news that he had a son. You feel me? Like real talk. Jeremiah is basically breaking down how our situation was so bad, it was better off we wasn't even born. You know, just seeing our people in poverty and just drug addicts and alcoholics and just seeing, and these are chosen. And then it had to hurt even worse knowing that you know these are chosen people of God. See, right now, we still in disbelief if we is or if we ain't. Some of us believe it, some of us don't. But back then, we knew we was God's chosen people. It was not a secret. It wasn't even a secret at all. And I know it kind of had to hurt a little worse than it do right now to see God's chosen people in that state to where he wish he was never even born. Like real talk. But I'm telling you, knowing the truth is stressful though. It's stressful knowing all the truth and ain't nobody else want to hear it. You feel me? Nobody else, they don't give a damn about it. You try to talk to somebody about the truth, they looking at you like you got 3 horns. Matter of fact, they gonna ask you to roll the weed up. Like real talk. That's what they gonna do. I'm at the slave. This how I know I'm so far gone out the world. I'm at the slave. A dude coming from out of town from Baltimore, he asked me where the gas at. My dumb ass told him it's in the shed with the flammable stuff. So Salagia, he talking about weed. He trying to get some weed at work. He on a mission. They sent him to another state to help out, and he's trying to get high. He's not trying to even work, get no food or meet no women. This nigga want to get high. And my dumb ass in there think he talking about real gas to put into the damn truck. His ass talking about some damn weed. He ain't smoked weed since I don't know how long. How the hell I'm supposed to know what some weed at? But that's the situation we in. Like I said, we so damn poverty stricken, man, and we got so much trauma we dealing with that getting high is like the only answer. But it's just temporary though, which is the evil part. It ain't even like it lasts forever. It just lasts them little couple minutes and then it's over with. Like real talk. And let that man be as the cities which the Lord overthrew and repented not. And let him hear the cry in the morning and the shouting at noontime. Right. So he's just talking about the man that brought his father the good news about him being born because he wished he never was born. That's the whole point of this breakdown. Jeremiah is saying he wished he never was born to see his people the way he see it. And that's the way we is in ISUPK. Like when now that we know the truth and to see the sisters whores half naked, all they want to do is get high and get drunk, put the Don Julio in their head. I don't know what that's about. That shit, it makes us sick. You feel me? It makes us sick to see our people like that, to where we wish we could do something way better. You feel me? For us not to be in this situation. Like real talk. Like, and that's how he feels. Jeremiah is like, damn, I can't think of nothing else to get out of this situation other than I'm never being born. Because I wish I'd never seen this. Like real talk. So verse 17. Because he slew me not from the womb, or that my mother might have been my grave, and her womb to be always great within me. Right. He's saying he wish he would have died in his mama's stomach. You feel me? The dude that gave his father the good news, he's asking why he didn't kill him in his mama's stomach. Like real talk. That's abortion. You feel me? Who the biggest leaders of abortion? Black and Hispanic and Native Indian women. You feel me? You still think that we ain't the chosen people of God, you an idiot. You feel me? Matter of fact, black people and Hispanics and Native Indians is the only people on the planet who get mad or sad when they about to have a baby. You feel me? Think about all the nations of people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is the only ones that look at it like it's a bad thing. You feel me? Everybody else, white people, Chinese, you feel me? Japanese, Africans, when they about to have a baby and they find out their wife is pregnant, man, they is over ecstatic. Black people, man, look, shit, we running from the problem. We hell nah, baby. The fuck? Like, excuse my language. But no, I'm just keeping it real. We the only people that get our woman pregnant and be mad as hell about it. Like real talk. And that's us. Real talk. Like the brother said, miscarriage, abortion, that's us. Real talk. And that's what Jeremiah is saying. Like, and now, all these years later, it's a system set up to now, instead of going through what Jeremiah went through, you could just go to Planned Parenthood. You feel me? Instead of just going through what Jeremiah went through, you can now just go to Planned Parenthood and kill your baby. You feel me? Your baby is messed up because you was smoking weed through the whole pregnancy. You was drinking. You know, you were doing heroin, you were smoking crack, whatever. Well, now you can go down to Planned Parenthood and just kill the baby. But not back then. And that's why Jeremiah was saying he wished the dude would have just killed him in the womb instead of being born into that. Like, real talk. Like this is us right now. All over again. Real talk. Wherefore I came out of the womb to see labor and sorrow. Right. That's us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We came out of the womb to see labor and sorrow. You feel me? We come out of the womb working, getting put to work. You feel me? You ain't never see the little kids out in the yard, you know, with the grannies or the kids. Or what about the Hispanic brothers and how they be having their kids with them on the roof? You feel me? We come out the womb laboring and sorrow, working to death and sad as hell while we doing it. Like, real talk. And what would that want to make you do? That would make you want to get high. You feel me? Knowing all you doing is working and being sad. Working and being sad. That's all you got. All you got to offer the world is working and crying. Working and being mad. Working and being sad. That's all you got. You feel me? They used to call it can't see to can't see. That's what the slaves used to say. I work from can't see to can't see, which means from the time the sun rose to the sun set. Ain't did nothing but work. And that definitely will drive you to want to get high. You feel me? Like I'm saying, we living this all over again. Like, real talk. So yeah, we can drop that. Oh no, wait. And it say that my days shall be consumed with shame. And that's a fact. Our days is consumed with shame. Our days is shameful in America. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, our days is full of nothing but shame. Our days is unproductive. If you woke up all day and all you did was smoke weed, that is an unproductive day. If all you did the whole day was get drunk, you feel me, chasing a high, that is unproductive. And that's us. Our days shall be consumed with shame. Our days are shameful. You smoking weed all day. What they say on the Everest commercial, you ain't doing nothing anyway. You might as well get off the couch and, you feel me, go down there and fill out the application. You feel me? Like, real talk. But if anybody want to know how to save $500 a day, by the end of the class, I'm going to have your answer. I know a lot of people want to know how to save. And I ain't going to even say $500 a day. I'm going to say $1,000 a month. If you want to save $1,000 a month, I'm going to give you the answer at the end of the class. If anybody just could remind me, you know. But I got a trick and a tip for anybody that want to save $1,000 a month and anybody that got a problem getting a job. Real talk. All right, so we're going to drop that. We're going to go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 38 and 4. Now we're going to start at verse 3. All right, this Ecclesiasticus 38 and verse 3. And it say the skill of a physician, which is talking about a doctor or medical personnel, nurse, whatever, shall lift up his head. And in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. Right. They're going to admire him. You feel me? A doctor or a nurse that's really good at what they do, they're going to be proud. You know? They're going to be proud. They're going to have their head held high. You know? Because they good at something that everybody wants. And that's a good doctor. Everybody wants a good doctor. You know? Just like everybody want a good mechanic. You know? Sometimes you get a bad mechanic, and sometimes you can get a bad doctor if the Lord not with you. If the Lord is not with you, you can get a bad doctor. You can get a doctor that only got B pluses. You know, you ain't getting a doctor that had the A minuses and A's, A pluses. You getting a doctor with the B plus. You know, plagiarize most of his stuff. Use ChatGPT to pass his test. You end up with a doctor like that if you ain't serving the Lord. Like real talk. But a good doctor, his head held high. You know, he proud. And then great men is going to admire him too, or her. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth. Right. So that's what you got to understand. Weed, cocaine, any type of opioid, the morphine, all of the drugs, the fentanyl, all that stuff that they use and for different reasons. Most of it is pain. A lot of the opioids and stuff is for pain. But all of the medicines that the doctor prescribe you that's in the pharmacy, all that stuff comes out of the earth. None of that stuff is genetically modified like you may think. You know, like they went in the lab and just put a bunch of potions together. No, that's what your weed dealer is doing. You know, that's what your plug is doing. Your plug is the one that's doing that. But as far as in the pharmacy, that stuff is coming out of the ground. You know, all that stuff is coming straight out the ground because the Lord made medicines out of the earth to cure you when you get sick. And he that is wise will not abhor them. Right. And abhor is to like abuse something. You know, abhorring is like a hateful act. You know, it's an act you got to commit. And the hateful act that people have been committing to the medicines of the earth is lighting it up. Putting fire to it. Putting fire to a medicine that's supposed to cure you, that's supposed to heal you, that's supposed to stop pain. That is a hateful act. To light up that crack, to snort that cocaine, to smoke that weed, you know, to pop all them opioid pills. All that stuff is a hateful act. And it's a disrespect to the Lord because he made that stuff to be medicine. And now you self-medicating. You self-medicating and it's destroying your body. It's killing you on the inside. You know, it's killing your spirit. It's taking away from who you really are. Like it's a lot of, you ain't never seen somebody before they start doing drugs, then after. He was like, dang, you ain't even, you're like a whole nother person. Like you ain't this, it's not even you. You feel me? Because they abusing the medicines of the earth, which you're not supposed to do. Smoking weed is a sin. You're a drug addict. It's the truth. If you smoking weed, if you popping pills and the doctor told you to stop taking them 3 months ago, you a drug addict. I don't care how cool it looked to pop that pill because you got on $1,000 jeans. Don't let the rich junkies lead y'all down a path of destruction. Because you will see the rich people getting high and getting lit, and you will think that it's okay, and it is not. A lot of them getting veneers because they done lost their teeth because of all this damn lean they drinking and all this shit they doing. You feel me? They done lost all kind of stuff because of these damn drugs. But they rich, so they able to disguise it, and they got poor people thinking it's okay. They got poor people thinking it's okay to smoke a blunt, but when you wake up, before you brush your teeth, you feel me? I remember when I used to smoke weed, I couldn't even eat. I could not even eat before I smoked the blunt. Like I'll wake up and just have no appetite. As soon as I hit the blunt, somehow my stomach started growling. And you can't tell me that's drug addict vibes. Nothing cool about that. The hell out of here. All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to Mark 2:16. All right, this is the book of Mark 2:16. And they say, when the scribes and Pharisees saw him eat with publicans and sinners, they said unto his disciples, how is it that he eateth and drinketh with publicans and sinners? Right. So the scribes and the Pharisees was hypocrites. You know, they was like the Christian pastor telling you a sinner because you ain't go to church on Sunday and give them all your money. One whole time they having sex with everybody's wife in the congregation, or at least trying to. Having sex with all the children. You feel me? What Eddie Long said, I got 5 rocks and I ain't thrown one yet. I don't know what the hell that got to do with anything. But them motherfuckers is hypocrites. And those back then was the Christian pastors of today. The scribes and the Pharisees. They was the religious leaders, but they was fucking hypocrites. And they tried to tell the disciples, because they seen Christ eating with sinners. And they asking, why is he doing that? You feel me? And when Yahushua heard it, he said unto them, they that are whole need no physician, but they that are sick. You feel me? And that's what they got to understand. That's what the Christian pastors got to understand. That's what everybody got to understand. You feel me? The people that are whole, they don't need help. You know? They don't need a physician. You feel me? They don't need nobody to cure them of nothing because they good. They straight. You feel me? And this is going back to what we breaking down about the weed. You feel me? If you're not sick, you don't need to be self-medicating. You feel me? Because you don't need a doctor. You don't need medicine if it's nothing wrong with you. You don't need to be doing any type of drugs if there's nothing wrong with you. You feel me? Drugs and medications is for sick people. You feel me? That's what you gotta just remember that. Just remember that. Drugs and medication in the pharmacy, opioids, weed, all that stuff. It is for people that is sick. And the people that's not sick, what Christ said, they don't need a physician. Only the people that's sick. So if you're doing drugs and it's not prescribed to you, so I said subscribe. Maybe y'all need to subscribe to our channel. I don't know why I said subscribe. But yeah, if you're doing drugs and it's not prescribed to you, then you need to stop because you don't need a physician. You don't need a physician. You don't need a doctor. You don't need a prescription. You don't need none of that if there's nothing wrong with you. Like real talk. I came not to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. And that's a fact. And that's what we're doing too. We're doing it right now in the ISUPK on the Command Jana. We trying to get the sinners to repent. So if you don't smoke weed, then this ain't got nothing to do with you. If you're not a drug addict, then you can turn to another brother class. But the class tonight is about drug addicts. And if you're doing drugs and you do not have a prescription, then you need to stop because you don't need a physician if you're not sick. You feel me? You don't need to self-medicate. There's no need for that. We know we in poverty. We know we going through it. You just gonna have to fight it like the rest of us. You hear me? The rest of us, we gotta fight. We gotta fight through all the problems we going through, just like you. Like real talk. So yeah, you cannot be out here self-medicating. Christ said it himself. If you're not sick, you don't need no damn doctor. You don't need no prescriptions. And we know a lot of y'all get the fake prescriptions. That is a crime. You can go to jail for that. They will lock your black ass up with them fake prescriptions. Trying to walk in the pharmacy and get some lean. Real talk. I thought lean was out of style anyway. Y'all still drinking lean? God damn. All right, so yeah, we drop that. Let's go to Exodus 22 and 18. Right now, this really the moral of the class, like real talk. The moral of the class is thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Now, because of Disney Channel and Hollywood, Nickelodeon, whatever you want to call it, Nick at Night, when you think of a witch, you think of a woman with a long nose over a big pot. But I'm telling you, a witch is just a drug dealer. Because what do the witch do? Even in the movies, they give you a potion and make you fall asleep. You know, it turn you into something that you're not. It alter your brain and this and that type of stuff like that. And they mixing something over a pot. What do drug dealers do? They mixing something over a pot. Even with the weed, have you ever seen people how they get the weed together? It ain't like you think. I know a lot of you people think it's just sprouted out the ground. Man, if you go into a weed lab, you will see they putting so much different chemicals and all kind of stuff into the weed to make it grow right and make it bud up and slock you. Never mind. That scratch that from the record, like they do at court when the judge say, you know, y'all didn't hit that. Scratch that from the record. But anyway, a drug dealer gets you high. They mixing up different chemicals to give to you, and it alters your brain. It makes you run down the street thinking you believe you can fly. You feel me? They give you that stuff high, so people high, they be cutting off their body parts. You feel me? Stealing all the money from their parents and everything, from whoever they can steal it from. Rather be homeless just to wake up and just get high all day, living in a tent. Like real talk, have your mind altered to where you're so dependent on this drug. That is a witch. A drug dealer is a witch. And the Bible say you should die. What's the Bible say? The Bible say if you're a drug dealer, you should be put to death. If you're selling people stuff that's altering their brain, their reality, they need to die. Real talk. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. It is what it is. You probably never heard this in your Christian church. I know. You probably never heard this in your Christian church, but your drug dealer, because it's probably your uncle. The drug dealer in your neighborhood is probably your cousin. You know, he the nigga with the pack everybody go to. You feel me? He going to go get the dope from. You feel me? The weed from, the heroin. You feel me? Like real talk. He got the cheese. Like real talk. Because that's what it look like. It look like cheese when you select it. Yeah, the drug dealers need to be put to death. That's all I'm saying. They need to die. A witch is a drug dealer. Real talk. So we'll drop that. Because I'll be fresh as hell if the feds watching. You feel me? Drop top head bobbing. Let me see. All right, so yeah, this numbers 35 and 33. Now, of course, now it's the book of Numbers, so I don't know if people know it or not. This is when we was coming out of Egypt, you know, to show you that they was selling drugs in Egypt. You feel me? They was getting high in Egypt. They didn't just start getting high in fucking 2000. What that was? I ain't gonna say 2000, but 19, whatever. When they first the heroin and cocaine was going crazy. That is not when people first started getting high. People been getting high since this planet been here, because people then took these medicines out of the earth and they doing stuff with it they ain't supposed to, and they want to keep going and keep doing it again and again, like real talk. But Moses was trying to let us know something, and he say, "So ye shall not pollute the land where ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." So right, so if anybody that's polluting, because that's what drugs is. Drugs is pollution inside your body. You know, that's all. That's drugs. Basically, it's just pollution. That stuff ain't supposed to be going in your body. You feel me? Like real talk. A lot of them drugs, like the over-counter drugs, we understand you just self-medicating, you abusing it. But the other drugs like heroin, you know, crack cocaine, you feel me? All these different strands of marijuana, the fentanyl, all that stuff is pollution. You feel me? You polluting your body. And Moses said, do not pollute the land that you in. And whoever do, your blood is going to be required for it. You feel me? The crack epidemic was a plague. That was pollution. Our land was polluted. The black neighborhoods was destroyed and still is. We still see the after effects of it right now. Every abandoned building that you see, you feel me? Every abandoned building that you see in your black neighborhood is because of some family could not keep paying the rent because they decided to get high. They decided to get high and they left it abandoned because what they gonna do is come back and try to buy the whole neighborhood for cheap. That's what the white folks gonna do. And that when the crack epidemic happened, that was our land being polluted. And whoever had a hand in polluting our land, your blood need to be shed for it. You feel me? Them drug dealers that was riding around in them $500,000 cars and they was making $1 million a month, $2 million a month off selling crack to your granny, all of them need to be put to death. Because they all had a hand in destroying the black neighborhood. Now, we know Ronald Reagan them taught them the recipe, you know, what they call it, Reaganomics. We know Ronald Reagan them taught them the recipe, but they took the bait. You feel me? They took them drugs from the white people and they destroyed the neighborhood. Like real talk. Everybody be bigging up Freeway Ricky Ross, you know, because he was able to sell all that cocaine and he's still around to talk about it. His ass need to be put to death. For all the families he destroyed. All the families that got destroyed because of that damn crack. Man, and then what they say, weed is the gateway drug. But you sitting here talking about some smoking weed, ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, you smoking weed now in a minute, then you're going to be doing something else. Then you're going to be doing something else. Then you're going to be what? What we've been saying the whole class, you're a drug addict. Like real talk. Drug addict. Where we at with it? We'll drop that. Go to 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Up there, Trump got some damn nerve talking about he about to declassify it. So now everybody gonna want to get high. They gonna have little folk them at the park rolling up. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell them nothing. You feel me? They gonna be there rolling up, fat ass backwoods at the park. They supposed to be up there on the swings. They rolling up. And you ain't gonna be able to say nothing. Imagine your 12-year-old son coming in the house smelling like weed, and you literally can't do nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it. You're like, damn, nigga, you smoking already? Yeah, they just sold me one at the gas station. At the Family Dollar, they just sold me a pre-roll. Like real talk, that's stupid as hell. All right, so this 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Prove all things and hold fast that which is good. Right. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta a lot of people be on defense. Man, forget that. Forget being on defense. I'm on offense all the time. I'm always on offense. I don't even like playing defense. When I played football, I hated playing defense. I liked it being on offense. I like to score. And I'm just telling you, people got to prove it. If people can't prove it, then they a liar. If they say weed is not a drug, weed is from the earth, smoking weed is not a sin, well, just prove it to me, nigga. Prove it. Tell me that getting high is of God. And then after a while, they're going to realize they can't. And they just going to say, well, this is my choice. This is my truth. This is my Jesus. My Jesus allowed me to do this. When you get to telling people to prove, let them be on offense. Most people can't prove why they do the stuff they do. A lot of people just go with the status quo. They just go with what everybody else believes. A lot of people don't even know why they doing anything. And then when you get to telling them to prove it, they ain't going to be able to. You feel me? Like real talk. Abstain from all appearance of evil. And that's what you gotta ask them. Ask people like, hey, look, do you smoke in front of your son? Do you smoke in front of the baby? They be, nah, I don't smoke in front of the kids. Well, why not? Oh, because if I do, they're gonna get secondhand smoke and they can get lung cancer. And I can get my kids took from me. And Child Protective Services can come in and then this and that or that or this. Well, you dummy. Well, maybe you shouldn't be smoking at all. You damn idiot. That's why I went back to tell you gotta start being on offense. Make people prove to you that you wrong and that they right. Don't try to defend nothing. Because half of the time they don't know why they doing it anyway. Make them prove it. Ask them why they don't smoke in front of little JJ now. Why you don't smoke in little Kiki? Why you gotta wait till Kiki go to sleep and close the door and put a rag underneath the door and then all that? Or why we gotta step outside and go smoke and then come back in and wash our hands? Why do we gotta do all that? If smoking is nothing wrong with it, it's of the Lord. Why not? You feel me? That's why I say Trump coming for your babies. He gonna have your little babies walking around at 9, 10 years old smoking weed. Then what you gonna do? Guess what you're gonna realize then? It's a fucking drug. And you a goddamn drug addict. Like real talk. Tell somebody, ask somebody about weed. Ask them. And they try to make it seem like it's cool. And then when you start breaking it down and they get to talking more, they start to realize how stupid they sound. When you ask them, how much you spend on that shit this month? Oh, shit. About like $350, $400. Damn, but then you say your light bill was due? Yeah, my light bill is due. Well, why you ain't paid the light bill? Because I had to get high. Wait, I thought the weed was just fun. Why would you feel like your light's about to get cut off? Your car, they about to repossess the car? Why? Why you gonna let them repossess the car? Oh man, I ain't got it this month. But you just went to the weed man. I know, man, but it is what it is. Oh, my kids need school uniform. Damn, why you ain't hit them up, man? You know, you had all summer to get the uniform. I know, man. While they rolling up a blunt, they trying to explain to you how they need to borrow $100. Why they rolling up the blunt? They trying to explain to you how you need to let them borrow $100 for 2 weeks till they get paid. Abstain from all appearance of evil. Smoking weed is evil, nigga. You don't need no damn scripture to say thou shalt not smoke. It looks evil. It's disgusting. You're putting all the saliva on that, you're passing it around. Everybody in the room got herpes. You idiot. Like, come on, man, stop it, man. What are we doing in 2025? I ain't got no time to defend shit. You prove to me. And if you can't, then shut the fuck up. And the very God of peace sanctify you wholly. And I pray, God, your whole spirit and your soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of the Lord Yahushua Christ. Right. That's what the brother is saying. He said, I pray, God, your whole spirit, your spirit is you. I mean, that's your vibe. That's the vibe you're giving off. Feel me? Your soul, that is you. That's who you are, your soul. Your body is just flesh from your mother and father's X and Y chromosomes mixing. But your spirit is your vibe. The thing everybody like about it, like, yeah, man, I can't wait to see so-and-so is woo, this and that. And then your soul, that's you. That never dies. You feel me? That never dies. And he's praying that it be preserved and blameless. You telling me smoking is blameless? Go have a baby. Have a baby and go to the doctor to see the baby smelling like weed. They're going to call security on your ass. You ain't even smoking. You just smell like weed. And the doctor is going to call the security if you go into a hospital smelling like weed around little babies. If you still thinking that it's a god, you think it's a game. You think you ain't blameless. You a goddamn idiot. That's all I'm saying. And when you die, ain't no smoking no weed up there with Biggie and Tupac. That's all I'm saying. I know you can't wait to die so you can roll up a fat ass blunt with your favorite rapper. Well, I'm just telling you, nigga, that ain't what's going on up there. Might be what's going on down here. Real talk. All right, so yeah, we'll drop that. We'll go to back into the Apocrypha. So the Wisdom of Solomon 1:12. All right, this the Book of Wisdom of Solomon 1:12. Seek not death in the era of your life, right? And that's something that everybody that do drugs, that's what you're doing. If you're doing drugs, not only have you erred, you erred. That's why you even want to do drugs, because you erred. You made a bad decision somewhere. Your mother and them made bad decisions for you. Your mother and father made bad decisions for you, and now you seeking death. You seeking death. That's what Solomon is trying to say. He say, seek not death. You erred. Your mama erred. Your father erred. Somebody did something stupid, and now your life is messed up. And Solomon is saying, but don't seek death because of it. And if you're a drug addict, you're looking to die. There's no way around it. You feel how many people have OD'd off all this damn fake Percocets that turned out to be fentanyl, and you're still taking them? You're still doing it. How many people have died from being an alcoholic, and you still a fucking alcoholic? How many times have people have died from all this stuff? How many people is in jail from smoking weed? I know a lot of people think weed is so safe. It's a lot of niggas in prison doing 25 to life, and it was because they was high. They was high off the weed, and they let that shit trick them out of their spot. They let them trick them out of the kingdom, trick them out of having a good woman, a good family, and that they in prison for the rest of their goddamn life. You feel me? And that's what Solomon is saying, is seek not death in the era of your life. Like real talk. And pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. And that's what you would do. Your hands call destruction. You rolling that blunt, you about to cause some destruction. You feel me? You breaking down the weed, breaking down the backwood. You with your hands is about to cause destruction. You feel me? And you don't know it though. You don't feel like it. You feel like you just finna have a good time. You feel me? When I'm telling you, it's a lot of niggas in prison and in the graveyard, and the last thing they did before it happened, they got high. They rolled up some weed and got high. That was the last thing they did. Like real talk. Now they in jail or they dead. Because I'm telling you, that's what Solomon said. Pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands, because it can happen. You thinking it's not a big deal? I mean, you want to gamble with your life? You know, you want to gamble with your children, your women. You feel me? That's what you want to do? Well, good luck. You feel me? But I know when a lot of people gamble, they crap out. That's why the casinos make so much money. Because the majority of the people that go in there, they fucking lose. You want to be a loser, or do you want to be a winner? You want to beat this damn drug, or you want to say this drug beat you? Which one? You know, put on the armor of God. Be a goddamn man or a woman, and fucking put the weed down. Put the drugs down. You stronger than that shit. Lock it. For God made not death, neither have he in pleasure in the destruction of the living. That's what I'm saying. The Most High, he does not have any pleasure in the destruction of the living. Anybody that's out there that's a drug addict, you know, that's high right now, that's an alcoholic, the Lord don't have no pleasure in that. You hear me? That's why I say for God made not death. You feel me? He don't want you to be the walking dead. He don't want you to be a zombie. He don't have no pleasure in that. The Lord wants you to fight and live. He wants you to tell the drug dealer no. When the drug dealer texts you like, hey, I got that new pack. When the drug dealer texts you that, when the weed man say, hey, man, I got that new kill in. Woo, I got that granddaddy in. Got the white hairs in it. You supposed to say, no, I'm not doing that no more. I don't smoke no more. And you should stop selling that shit. Because I'm telling you, the Lord wants you to fight. The Lord wants you to want to be in the walking dead, no fucking zombie. The Lord wants you to fight and overcome all obstacles that's put in front of you. Otherwise, you can't get a crown. You can't rule men and women's lives if you a junkie. If you a drug addict, people cannot depend on you to make the right decisions because you're not making the right decision. Because you're an addict, you're a drug addict. A real talk. But no, the Lord don't want you to be no damn zombie. For real talk. So we'll drop that. Go to Isaiah 66 and 4. It's Isaiah 66 and 4. I also will choose their delusions. Right. That's what's happening to black people. We delusional. We delusional every day. Every time we get up, we delusional. You know what delusional means? Believing things that can't possibly be true. And that's what we doing. If you smoking weed, you thinking there's nothing wrong with it, it's from the earth, you're delusional. And you're believing something that can't possibly be true. If you sell drugs and you thinking that this is a way to make it in the world, you believe in something that can't possibly be true. Like real talk. And that's what happened because we kept sinning against the Lord. And I will bring their fears upon them. Right. Paranoid. You hear me? Paranoid. Most drug addicts are paranoid. You know how, look, I'm telling you this from experience. I'm not trying to talk like I ain't never smoked weed, pop X pills. That's part of the fathers I went. But yeah, drunk lean, pop pills, X pills. And smoke weed, man, look, that shit had you paranoid. You hear me? That's what made me want to quit. What made me want to quit smoking weed was how paranoid it made me. I'm like, hey, this can't be life. I said, this can't be life I'm paying to bring fears upon me. And this is exactly what the Bible is saying. I will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. That's what happened. When I get high, that shit had me paranoid. And I'm pretty sure majority of the people, when they get high, that shit had them paranoid. Like real talk. And that's what made me want to quit. What made me want to quit smoking, well, not only I found the truth, but what made me want to quit smoking was how paranoid it made me. Because the Lord was bringing fears upon me. But when I didn't smoke, it's like I don't even think about nothing. It's like nothing. This is like I'm living in La La Land. I'm dead serious. It's like I'm living in La La Land. But as soon as I start smoking, it's like I'm thinking about my bills, my kid, thinking about the ops gonna slide through. I'm thinking about the police, thinking about this, how I'm gonna make my next dollar. And what if this don't come through? What I'm gonna do? I can't get a job because I'm like that was my mind on weed. That was my mind on weed. But I used to smoke weed. That's what my mind did. It did what I just said. All that shit I just said. And it was like a rush. And I'm like, oh, hell no. But when I wasn't smoking, it's like I don't even think about anything. Nothing even crossed my mind. I'm not even thinking about tomorrow. I'm not even thinking about the day. I'm just living life. And I'm like, yeah, I got to quit smoking weed. And quitting smoking weed was the best thing I ever done. That's the best thing I ever done. Like real talk. Because when I called, none did answer. Right, that's a fact. You feel me? The Lord has been calling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come back to the covenant for a very long time. And we're not answering as a group. You know, in the ISUPK and the Command Johanna, we doing the best we could. But I'm talking about as a group, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is not listening. They're not hearing the answer. They're not picking up the phone. And the Lord is calling. He got everybody's number. And ain't nobody picking up the phone but the ISUPK under Command Johanna. And that's why the Lord say he's going to bring strong delusions and fears upon everybody to make you come find him, to make you look for answers. Like, hold on, this can't be life. What's going on? Like, real talk. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. And that's a fact. You feel me? We're not hearing the Lord call, but we is choosing to do evil. Smoking weed is evil. I'm just keeping it real with you. I don't care what Trump about to do. He could declassify it 5 times. The shit is evil. Because the Lord made medicines out of the earth. And the person that is wise will not abuse them. Drug abuse is real. It's a real serious thing. Drug abuse is serious. And if you wise, you will not abuse the medicines of the earth. Like real talk. Because the Lord say that he see that we choosing evil. He's calling us, but we're choosing evil. We can't pick up the phone because of the damn smoke. It's all in our damn ears, blinding us. We can't see or hear the Lord because the smoke is too thick. We hot boxing. Like real talk. We in the car hot boxing. Of course we can't hit the Lord, the phone ring. We can't see nothing. Like real talk. All right, I got one more scripture. And we're going to close out the class. I know they like, wait, hold on, he drinking. I ain't drinking, but he got a whole class about smoking. I'm going to tell you why. Because the Lord say drinking was supposed to make men glad. Drinking ain't got nothing to do with medication. Drinking has absolutely nothing to do with medication. But the weed is medication. That's supposed to heal you. The opioids is supposed to heal you. You feel me? All that stuff that's in the heroin they use to make the heroin is supposed to heal you. All that's the gummies. I know they got the gummies now, the edibles. All that stuff is supposed to heal you. It's not supposed to make you glad. You trying to get glad off the wrong stuff. If you want to get glad, if you want to have a good time, that's what you're supposed to do is pull you a shot. You ain't supposed to be going out digging up evil out of the ground and rolling it up in a blunt. Like real talk. All right, so yeah, we're going to go to John 8 and 34. Yeah, but people get liquor and weed confused a lot. They be like, well, why can you drink and not smoke? Drinking is not medicine. Nobody never said it was. It's specifically supposed to make you have a good time. It ain't got nothing to do with medicine. Weed is medicine. That's the 2 different things. Like real talk. All right, so yeah, this is John 8 and 34. Yahushua answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is a servant of sin. Right, you an addict. You know, if you smoke weed, you serve the weed. You serve your drug dealer. You serve the weed man. You feel me? You a crackhead, yeah, you serve the dope dealer. Like real talk. Whoever committeth sin is a servant of sin. You are a drug addict. If you are doing anything unlawful to get pleasure because of the trauma you're going through, You were servant to that sin. You feel me? Stop being a servant to sin and serve the Lord. That's real talk. But that's the end of tonight's class. You feel me? Tune in every Monday, Tuesday. Tune in Wednesday night for the podcast. You feel me? How about Shimmy Out Shot by the Thumb? You have a Shema Thumb by Shimmy Out Shot.